Hey, what's going on? This is Jen, making a video response to Ranger for USA 83. I think I'm subscribed to your channel from this channel. I'm not sure if I am or not, but what you're saying in your video makes a lot of sense. You know, just the fact that, like, taxes are going up like crazy. Every person per household has to get, like, 2 or 3 jobs in order to basically put food on the table, pay the bills, and all that stuff. This is something that I have a hard time admitting publicly, but everybody else is going through it, so I know that I'm not putting myself in a spot where I can get attacked for it, but my household is going through a very rough time. My grandmother on my mother's side is actually in a nursing home, and we're struggling with, you know, paying for her bills, you know, so that she can live where she's living. We're struggling with paying our own bills here at home, and just recently our taxes, our local taxes, had been risen to up to $300 per cycle that we have to pay taxes, you know, whether we pay taxes on our homes, insurance taxes, taxes in general, whether we're employed or self-employed or both. It's been very rough. It's been very rough on us, you know, personally as a family, and I'm pretty sure that it is rough now on everybody, you know, around us in this entire country. And there have been plenty of times that I have spoken out, you know, against the government and the way that they've been handling things with very little information, and I've been criticized for it. People have been criticizing me, saying, you know, Jen, you don't know what the F you're talking about, you haven't done your research. And okay, although it's true that I haven't done all of my research, there are certain things that bother me about the government and the way that they're handling everything. First, I wanted to thank you for providing all the information that you do in your vlogs. I appreciate it because it's been very educational, and watching you has actually helped me to understand what I'm doing research on specifically so that I can get the answers that I need. As far as, you know, you saying that, you know, it is up to the citizens to take a risk and fight for, you know, what we believe in the most and to, you know, rebuild our economy, you're right, and I agree with you. I've been self-employed since the year of 2008 because I was actually laid off from a job. I was a marketing manager for a company, and I had been laid off. It was a trucking company. They've been audited, and it turns out that, you know, the DOT rating was really terrible. And because of the DOT rating being so bad, the company, you know, didn't really have that many, you know, jobs to do for other companies, so the company had been, you know, put out of a lot of money. So because of that, I've been laid off. Now, ever since that point, I've been doing my best to build my own business. And it's been very hard. I've seen some success, not very much, but it has been hard. And I have to say that through doing that, for as long as I've been doing that, it's been teaching me, it's been educating me, and teaching me that, you know, people like me are being relied on. People everywhere, not just me, people everywhere are being relied on to start rebuilding our own economy. Farmers are being relied on to rebuild our economy. People who, you know, come up with their own thing, like, you know, whether they sew clothes, they're being relied on to boost our economy. And I have noticed that a lot, you know, a lot of the products that are being sold in major retail stores are from all different types of countries other than the United States of America. But there are some products, very few products, that are being put out in major retail stores that are US made. And that number needs to grow. It really does. Aside from that, you know, all the big wigs of the United States, like General Motors and things like that, they're getting all these tax breaks, and it is true. And I think, you know, the tax breaks that they're getting are bailout money, and this bailout money is what's putting us in debt. And that's the reason why, you know, President Barack Obama is relying on China to let us borrow money, and this is the money that we're going to have to pay back. So it's not only up to us as citizens to rebuild our economy, it's also up to the citizens to pay China back, thanks to Barack Obama. And that is a big issue. It's a big issue that we all have to deal with now. And unfortunately, you know, we're being put in a position where not only is it harder for us to support ourselves and our families, but also another burden is being put on our shoulders, because now we have to pay back China the money that they lent our country so that we can bail out all these major corporations that are getting the most tax breaks. And it's really upsetting. It's very disheartening to hear about this and to know that all this is going on. At the same time, though, for me personally, it's a relief, because to know what's going on is half the battle. And now I know what I'm up against. Now I know what I need to do in order to try to make things better. But I know that this cannot just rely on your shoulders or just my shoulders individually. We do need to, you know, become more educated about what's going on, and we also do need to band together and work with each other so that we can start to come out of this big black hole that we're being sucked into. I'm still watching your videos because I really do find them educational and very helpful, and your videos are helping me to do the necessary research I have to do personally, you know, to put in my part to help. The way that I'm helping personally is through business, because it's what I know. That's what I know. And my business is basically, you know, providing services to larger companies like, you know, Johnson & Johnson, etc. Even no-name companies that aren't really that known, like small companies, small businesses, you know, business-to-business services that I provide for people. That's the way that I'm helping, because that's the only way I know how. Okay? That's how I'm putting in my effort, just so you know. So yeah, I just wanted to make this response to you because it is very devastating. I'm still very upset over this, and I'm just hoping that more citizens become awake to this, to what's going on, and that, you know, not only do we sit around and talk about it, but we actually come up with a viable plan and work on it together. This is what needs to happen. So thank you, Ranger for USA 83, for making this video. When is it going to be enough? And my question to add on to this is, when is it going to be enough? When are we going to stop making videos complaining about what's going on instead of, you know, educating each other like this man is doing? Ranger for USA 83 is educating us. We need to start educating each other more. Not only that, but we need to start banding together and coming up with a good plan on what we're going to do to help our economy and help to put food on our tables again, to help us pay our bills, to help us raise our families in a secure environment. We need to create our own secure environment. And in order to do that, we need to start working together. Thank you for watching.